Bro, it's just time after time again. Life just keeps lifing, and bro, you get to the point where you're just so burnt out, just tired of everything, just tired of dealing with people, tired of dating, tired of just everything, bro. Tired of just living, honestly. Like, sometimes I really just be sitting back and I be thinking, like, what's the point? What's really the point of all of this? Like, are we living to die? We're just living just to die. We're stressing over bills, other people, situations, just for us to end up in the ground one day. And it's like, I'll be thinking, what is it all for? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that question. But I'm gonna search for it. I'm gonna probably be searching for it my whole life until I do end up in the ground. But you just get so tired of all this because we're living in a simulation. So, time and time after again, I've met different people, but it's like they're the same person in a different body. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But some humans are just very predictable. And once you read into a lot of just human psychology and all these power dynamics and social interactions, you just see through everything. So it's weird, because I got to the point where I feel like I can't really do what normal people do, and it's just strange. Like, I just see things different. I feel like I've been like this for a while too, but I don't even think I'm getting better with coping with it. They say ignorance is a bliss, and I believe that's completely true. Because the more you know, the more unhappy you become. So it's just a spiral. It just feels like a downward spiral. But I always question why things happen to me. Why am I in this position? And I like to think that it's for a greater reason, but I don't even know. Some things that other people might see are so amazing, or something else, and I just see it as a curse. A lot of things. I feel like I'm cursed, bro. Because deadass, I just be outside, I just look around. Or just most of the time when I'm just doing my daily activities, you just always feel like something's off. Or I don't think I've ever really been to any place where I feel home. Everywhere I go, I just feel like I don't belong there. And I don't think anything is really gonna ever be able to fill that void. Because I've tried a lot of things, man. I've done some of the things I've done. There's people on this earth that will probably never do, and they never have done. I came to that realization, but it still doesn't really make me feel any better. I just kind of feel so empty, bro. It's the same feeling when you complete a game and there's nothing left in the game to do. You know, you're kind of just sitting there in the open world and you're just walking around bullshitting, messing with the NPCs. I don't know. Life just feels like an open world game where you're just bullshitting. Like, none of this shit even matters. And I don't even think, like, we think that, you know, we set goals in our minds and we think that once we achieve that goal or once we obtain that thing that we're going to be content and happy, but it doesn't really do anything. Like right now, I'm in a better spot than I was last year. And I appreciate that, I'm grateful for what I have now and where I am, even though, I may still complain and just have internal issues and maybe not everything is going perfectly how I want it to, but it's the same thing because I was over here, now I'm here. But I still feel the same when I was over here. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when I get to here, I don't think I'm gonna feel any different, bro. So I really just be thinking, what's the point of anything? Like, I don't know. Every time I have something in my head, I want it, I go obtain it, and I just feel empty again, and then I think about the next thing, and then I gotta obtain it, and then I just feel empty again. And it's gotten to the point where I can't even, it's hard to just relate to people, bro. Like I said before, I've done experience things that, bro, 90% of the world population hasn't. So it's like I can't even cope. It's like the best I got. And I mean, I remember making a video in here trying to preach about succumbing to my addictions, but bro, I don't even know. It's like, it's just nothing. Like, this is the only thing that I will have that won't go away. It feels like the only thing consistent in my life is my addiction. And everything else is just, I don't know. I just be thinking a lot. Or at least when I have time to just sit and think. You know, we're so busy working our jobs, doing our daily lives that we don't really take a lot of time to just stop and think to ourselves, self-reflect, just think about where I'm going, think about the meaning of my life, the meaning of pretty much everything I'm doing. But I don't know, man. It's just gotten to a point where I can't relate to people. And I mean, there's things I see online that I can relate to, but it's all niche. It's all chronically online just because of, my interests, whatever I'm interested in, my hobbies, whatever categories I fit into doesn't really involve the general mass. So it's like, it's one thing when you see a bunch of things on your feed that are catered to you, but then when you walk outside and you're just in a standard suburban town or just a standard particular area, it's just different. So I don't even know anymore, bro. I mean, I just keep doing my thing, but I feel like the further I get along with this shit, it's just the lonelier I become. You know, like I had my family around, but like they fucked with my head so much. I couldn't take that shit anymore. So, and like I said, that was at a point in my life where I was here, and now I'm here, and now I'm over here. So it's like, but even when I was back there, at this point, I felt what I'm feeling now. I just felt empty. You know, you have people around you, but you still feel alone, just because people don't really understand. But another thing I realized is people can't really understand you. People can only understand you as much as they understand themselves. So if that other person hasn't done the work to figure out who they really are, then they can't really understand you at all. Which, I don't know. But I just came to the realization today that I feel pretty much the same. I'm doing better for myself, but I don't feel any different than I did back then. So on the inside, I'm in the same position, but I'm slowly changing. But I think from all my experiences with just casual social interactions with people, I learn from them. I pick up on them. And sometimes when I run into a similar situation with a different person, but that situation is particularly the same experience that I experienced before with another person, I noticed that pattern. And I realized that I can't make the same mistake that I did before. Well, putting too much trust in this type of person, or trying to be, just trying to be something I'm not. And I think the hardest thing too is just not necessarily being alone, but I think it's harder when you're forced to be around people that you know that you don't resonate with, but you kind of just have to suck it up and deal with it. And that also comes from, when you're just confident in who you are, and I could just be chilling, bro. And people sometimes will feel the need to try to bring you down for no reason. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't really bother me in the sense that it brings my self-esteem down. Let's say if somebody doesn't want to hang out with you, or it's like, all right, cool. But when you can feel that somebody is they're intentionally trying to push your buttons, or they're trying to make whatever you do seem like, oh, it's not a big deal, or or if they're trying to make you jealous or try to one-up you, I just kind of shrug my shoulders like, bro, I'm just trying to be myself at the end of the day. And it just feels so unnecessary. It's exhausting. It's just exhausting. And I mean, once you show up for yourself and you kind of just, your presence almost bothers people because you are confident in who you are, and people don't like that, especially when you're black, bro. People don't like that. They just get weird. They get weird about certain things, or if I wanna dress how I wanna dress. And honestly, like I don't even think I'd be wearing anything crazy. I kind of just be. I mean, I've been just wearing shit. I just be wearing what I want. So it's like, who really cares? But bro, like people just dead ass be NPCs, and especially when you're black and you don't fit the specific narrative or stereotype, then like people just don't know how to react and they kind of just freak out, and it's just exhausting, bro. Like it's honestly just mentally tiring, especially like I said before, when you're forced to be around those people. It's just like some shit you roll your eyes to, and you're just irritated. But bro, I'm just so tired of just dealing with the wrong type of people. I keep telling myself that I want to be around more like-minded people, or I want to be around more environments where I feel as if my value is being 100% presented, authentic. I can show up as I am. I don't have to be somebody who I'm not. And I don't know, bro.